I kind of know a little bit of these people in this space and stuff. What they also say behind the scenes is, I'm not going to work with Sartain because he's going to steal my people behind my.
That's legit. So there's a couple of people that I've worked with that have like their own social circle product, and then they legitimately said that if you came to my face and said, if they came to my face and said, I legitimately don't want to work with you because you're going to steal my clients, I 100%. You know what? I'm going to say it. Fuck it. I've been meaning to not say this, but I don't care. I'm going to say this for your thing. There's a dude. We call him the fat kid in Brazil. I'm not even going to say what his name is, but you guys all know who he is. You guys, he makes, just look up mentions of me. He makes videos about me all the time. The reason why I don't say his name is because he doesn't deserve any publicity from me. Right. I zoomed past him on YouTube. But the other reason why I don't really confront him is because I have so many clients from him. I literally should drop this guy a check for $20K for commissions for all the clients I have stolen from him. Yeah. I steal clients from this dude every week, and he doesn't know. Like, if he figured out that I was stealing his clients,
he'd stop talking about you.
Oh, he would first. He stopped talking about me. He'd hire someone. He'd hire a hitman if he knew how many clients. I have
transvestite one?
Dude, I have probably 5-6 guys in my company that took his course, and all they do is badmouth this dude. But like, the thing is, I need him to keep operating and talking shit about me, because what happens is, whenever he talks shit about me, he made the mistake the first time, but afterwards he stopped doing it. He kind of alludes to my social media, and people go to my social media and they're like, oh wait, this guy talks to way hotter girls than you do. And I steal so many of his clients. It's crazy. So that's why I kind of don't mind that he says shit about me like this. That's why it works really good. The same thing happened with like me and Gary the Numbers Guy. Gary the Numbers Guy would talk shit about me, and I'd get more followers from it because they'd see, oh, this guy's actually rational and this guy's a moron. And so that's essentially what happened. Same thing with my debate with Destiny. After the debate with Destiny, I got so many followers after that because people were like, oh, this is a rational way of looking at things that isn't like so anti-red pill. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially what happens. And that's what you want. It's like, a lot of people won't work with me. It's J. Cole who was saying this. Like, after a while, like people stopped rapping with me because I would do better than them. Right. And so a lot of people stopped doing interviews with me because they would be like, they'd be offering a dating course, and then I'd have a dating course and be like, oh yeah, in my dating course, and then I'd show a picture of a guy who's like 4'11" who had like 17 girls around him. He'd be like, yeah, my dating course, you end up showing up with like 100 girls, and they're like, okay, we're gonna take your course instead. And I'd be like, well, and also it's not a dating course. So you're right. That's essentially what happens sometimes.
So. I know exactly who you're talking about. It's kind of funny. I'm not going to. I don't even want to say the letter that starts with.
No, don't worry about
it. Yeah. But like that guy's first name or whatever, I've found so much. There's so many people with that name or a version of that name that we've had such a big problem with in the red pill. It's insane. The amount of people I could say, but. It is what it kind of is what it is.
Let me tell you something about haters. Okay, this is something I've learned, and I'm terrible at dealing with haters because I engage with them, and I got to stop doing it. There's a saying I like to say, and that is, Stalin and Hitler weren't friends. They made a pact in Poland so they could attack the rest of the world, but they weren't friends. Even though they were both bad and they made a pact, the pact always breaks. I want you to know that if you and other successful people make a unified front, you'll stay together because you're successful. Right. The haters can't make a unified front, because eventually they start hating on each other. Yep. You notice these red pill guys, they're coming after Rolo, but now they're suing each other. You see that, how this is happening? Now they're all suing each other, when before they were just like, someone needs to make a YouTube channel. It's just called Red Pill Lawsuits. And all they do is go over like red pill lawsuits. It'd be hilarious. But like, that's essentially what happened. I always like to say, Hitler and Stalin weren't best friends, even though they were on the same side for a little bit before 1939, 1940, before the invasion. Yeah. Even though they were like that, they weren't friends. Yeah. Mussolini and Hitler weren't friends. They were on the same side, but they weren't friends. Haters cannot provide a unified front. Right. Haters cannot provide a unified front. Winners can provide a unified front. That's why if I do a mastermind, it's good for sure. It's Wes Watson, it's Dan Fleischman, it's Brad Lee, it's Rollo Tomasi, it's Waller, it's all those guys. As soon as I do my mastermind, it's fucking Sosnick. That's my mastermind, because those are my mentors. Those are the guys I look up to. That's my cohort immediately. And we can provide a unified front because we're all winners who make money with each other. Right. The haters, they can't. One hater here is like a 15-year-old kid who's masturbating in his mom's basement, and this hater over here is just like some fucking weirdo. And they can't join together and do anything. So they're really always going to lose in the end.
Now, there's something that we had a discussion before we did the show and stuff that it blew my fucking mind and stuff. I was in my car and stuff, almost ran off the road. No, but we were talking about like most haters are just like fucking 15-year-olds or
Yeah.
losers.
Yeah, so it was actually John Zerka who told me this. Me and Zerka did a thing with Rollo one time, and afterwards he goes, "Hey Rollo, you have to do a book called The Rational Teenager." And I was like, "Really?" I was like,
Ooh.
"Yeah." And he goes, "The Rational Teen," and I was thinking about it. I was like, "Man, that's crazy." And then he goes, "So all respect to Mr. Beast, okay."
Yes.
I don't watch his content. I can't watch his content. It's just unwatchable.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. It's Dude Perfect. It's like occasionally I can watch some Dude Perfect, but it's just unwatchable. The early stuff from Logan and Jake Paul, all respect to those. Like Logan has a great podcast, good for him. But his early stuff, the Vine stuff, it's just unfucking watchable. And I was like, who is watching this stuff? And then the other question I had was, I would look at these haters that would comment on the stuff, and then I would be in a room full of men who are millionaires, like when we do the Avengers stuff or whatever. And I'd be like, how many of you guys have commented on a YouTube video? None of them. None of them did. I was like, so successful people don't comment on YouTube videos, they don't get in Twitter beefs, and they don't comment on TikTok videos, right? But there's still millions of people who are watching Mr. Beast and PewDiePie. Yeah. So who the fuck are these people? And you realize they're 15-year-old kids.
Yeah.
There's like 15-year-old kids who are the mass of this audience. And I'm like, dude, how come the comments when I'm on Fresh and Fit are fucking horrible, horrible things they're saying about the girls, me saying horrible things about Fresh, Myron, Rollo, whatever. Yeah. And then when they do the super chats, they're always nice. Like, what's going on here? And then I realize it's 15-year-old kids who don't have money who are talking the shit.
Say that again. And that is so fucking
And then
important.
guys who actually have money, they have constructive comments.
Correct.
Like a 15-year-old kid is going to look at it and be like, fuck this guy, he's a simp because XYZ, he wasn't mean to that girl, he didn't kick that girl off, whatever. And then the other guy's going to be like, oh, Michael Sartani said he had a book list where I can make like $20 million. What's the name of that book list? Michael, tell me the name of that book list. Winners want to make money.
Yeah.
And it's boring. But that's how you make money. Dude, the way to make money is it's usually fucking boring. Dude, I love Cody. Shout out to Cody Sanchez. Cody Sanchez, she'll sit there and she'll be like, you should buy a coin-operated laundromat next to an apartment complex that doesn't have washing machines.
Yeah.
Bro, do you want to know what your risk is on that? Like nothing.
Zero.
Nothing, bro. That is an incredible strategy. Dude, I have a buddy of mine. One of my clients, he opened Morticians. You want to know one business that did not lose any business during COVID? Morticians, bro. And I was like, as soon as he was explaining to me like what his markup was for being a mortician, I was like, I could see a future where I owned like 20 morticians, like you know what I'm saying? Mortuaries. Dude, you want to talk about the most recession-proof industry? Super boring. When you make a lot of money, bro, it's boring.
Yeah.
It's really boring. Also, guys who are really good with women, if you watch them take home women, you want to know what it looks like? It's boring. They're like, oh, what's up? Cool. Yeah. No, we're going to go do this thing later. You want to come? You don't have to come with it. It's like super chill. And they walk off and the girl just follows them. It's boring. If you watch pickup artists, they're spinning girls around, barking at them. That's bad game. Good game is boring.